Doug's up here behind me swinging the flies with the trout spay, and kind of waiting for the sun to cover up here with some clouds before I hop out and swing some flies through here. But wanted to go over just real quickly some of the different gear that we've been using over this last week that we've been really enjoying to fish. And the first one I would say is for streamer fishing, we've been throwing the Sage 9-foot 6-weight with the Fighting Butt with a Rio streamer tip line, and the streamer tip line has a 10-foot intermediate sinking section to it. And so we've been fishing mostly weighted flies, but sometimes we've been fishing unweighted flies, and that intermediate tip just kind of holds that fly down underneath the surface just enough. There's a lot of weeds here, and there's low flows in the fall, so having that streamer fishing pretty shallow is great. Those fish will definitely come up and grab that thing, especially when it's not sunny out. And so absolutely loving the R8 Core 9-foot 6-weight. There's been two different rods I've been using this week for dry flies, and I've been using the Sage R8 9-foot 5-weight with the Rio Gold on it, and this has been just a great rod, super fun to fish this week. I've also been using the Trout LL 9-foot 4-weight with the Rio Technical Trout line, and those have both been great. I would say just because of the size of the fish here on the Moe, the 4-weight, man, you catch an average or under average size fish on a dry on that rod, and it's insane. So I haven't fished the 9-foot 5-weight Trout LL. I'd be kind of curious to try that out here, maybe something a little bit more backbone on fighting some of these fish. But man, it's amazing the fish, how strong they are, and the size of them on this river. Okay, here's an overview of the different trout spay setups I've been using this week out here on the Missouri. The one I've been using the most is the 11-foot 3-weight Trout Spay HD. And then I also recently picked up the new Trout Spay G5 from Sage. And this one's also an 11-foot 3-weight. And I have two different lines set up with these rods. With this rod, I have the new Skagit Mini Max on it, and it's a short head, throws big flies, zinc tips, etc. really easily. I have the zinc tip I've been using on is just a 10-foot replacement tip from Rio with the intermediate. I didn't really want something that sank a lot because I've been fishing some conehead flies on here. And then on the Trout Spay HD, I've been fishing the just their Trout Spay line that's more of a Scandi style setup with a intermediate replacement tip as well. And I've also been just throwing small streamers on this one. And then I've also been fishing the 10-foot 9-inch 1-weight Trout Spay HD from Sage. And this rod is an absolute blast. I've been fishing a really small little soft tackle, and when the hatch is just starting off, this thing is just a blast. Fish just eat that thing and run, and hook some pretty nice sized fish on this 1-weight. It's not like a 1-weight single hander. It's a little bit beefier than that, so you're not having to worry about getting owned by a big fish, but it definitely is lively and fun for sure. And then the line that we have on here is that Trout Spay Scandi style line with an intermediate replacement tip as well. You could go with some really light poly leaders on here. Those would also be a really good setup, but with that 10-foot tip, it just casts really nice.